Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I am your host, The Real Gen, and today I will be giving you my review on the Final Fantasy Rebirth demo. As soon as I hopped into it, the beginning of the demo is really intriguing. It continues on from where you last left off in the remake, and the way that the developers have used the original as source material to literally remake the tutorial of the game was a really smart idea, and it's very intriguing because now, unlike the original, you are able to play as Sephiroth, and you get more, I feel that you get more of a deeper connection with his character as the demo continues on. Like how once you make it to Nibelheim, he explains to Cloud that his mother died in the process of him being born, and that he didn't really want to get too much into how his father was, and that really intrigued me, and it gave me more of a connection with Sephiroth as a character overall. Now, with Cloud and the gang, while Cloud is telling this backstory, you can tell that Tifa is a little reserved in what Cloud is saying, and she's like trying to say that it's not true, but also holding back the truth, but not saying that all these events did not occur. Because as the audience know, some of you may not know, but the way that Cloud is telling it is true, but is not true. And I'm just gonna leave it at that because I don't want to spoil anything for any new Final Fantasy VII fans. But yeah, Tifa is a little reserved on what Cloud is saying, and as the story goes on, Cloud talks about his mother, which she is peak waifu material, as I would like to say. But other than that, Cloud's backstory also makes us as fans create a greater connection, very similar to how the original did, which is phenomenal. Because now, as you get into the game, not into the demo, but the actual game once it comes out, it's gonna lead to a lot of sad moments and hype moments for us as the player as we go along this journey with the characters themselves. And I personally feel that is the best thing that they could have done for new Final Fantasy fans, because I'm not gonna say I'm an OG because I was born in 03, so I'm not an OG fan. I just came along the game through my years and loved Final Fantasy VII, and also because I play Kingdom Hearts. So like Cloud and Sephiroth are they're like my top tier anime guys. But no, other than that, this is a really good step in the right direction for Final Fantasy in general, because now they are hooking new fans and bringing old fans back to what they loved about the original. But now let me get into the game itself. Gameplay wise, very similar to Remake, but like an Intergrade, they have the synergy system, which with Cloud and Sephiroth, it was very unique in their synergy attacks. I found it really fun to be able to actually literally fight alongside Sephiroth and be able to switch from Cloud and Sephiroth to see how different their fighting styles is. And the only thing that I didn't like personally is that you couldn't include Tifa, but it makes sense because she's the guide. But fighting and everything, all the fighting system, perfect. Graphically, There was some issues when I was playing, like when you first fight the flying enemy, the first flying enemy that you come across, he ended up getting stuck in the wall. So I was a little concerned, but I figured it's towards the end of the development process. They are still fixing some bugs, and I didn't really pay no mind to it. Other than that, everything was smooth, everything was consistent, and Cloud and Sephiroth's, the special effects on some of their attacks was very, for me, very like poppy, very out there. So it was very unique. Now, getting on to traversal and the way movement works into the game, it was actually, for me, very fun. Because in the bridge and remake, there was not a lot of traversal options, like you can't climb over certain things to like get a better view of the area. But that's okay, because that was literally the remake of Final Fantasy, or the sequel to Final Fantasy after Trilogy, basically. And the traversal, I didn't really care that much about it anymore, but now that they have more traversal options and that you're able to move a lot around the map a lot more, it's like, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. But you really get a whole view of the entire area that you're exploring, and it's like the best thing ever for me. I can see how beautiful the world is as a player, and I can get an idea of my surroundings, figure out, okay, this is what I need to do, this is where I need to go. As in remake, you were like, okay, I gotta look at the map. No, with this, you kind of like, you still have to look at the map, but you get a more clear idea of which direction you're going. So I find that to be really good. Now, to get into story, oh my god. Don't even get me started on story. The storyline besides the background of the characters. Holy shit. Literally starting from the beginning, Cloud and Sephiroth working together like, hey, this is a good old time, like a buddy story, right? Then you get towards the end of it, you're like, what the heck is there? Literally, because you get Sephiroth and Cloud being like, oh, buddy. And then, as the story progresses, you see Sephiroth basically, like his facial emotions and the tone of his voice starts to change slowly but surely. Like when Sephiroth, when the bridge collapsed, they all fell, Tifa fell, Cloud fell into I guess you would call it a river. A river. When they fell into the river, Sephiroth was able to save Tifa. But one of the Shinra guards he was not able to save, and you can see like the expression on his face go like from like, oh shit, I fucked up, to like a very neutral, like I don't give a shit face. And once you make it back onto land and y'all are settled, you can see that he's like, oh, he's in Fate's hands now. I mean, you can still tell that he's a word, but he really wasn't. And then shit goes downhill once you make it to the reactor and you make it into the room of Genova. That the room itself was open. Like how they caught her in remake, where she was in a big ball note and all that. But once they make it into the room where Nova is being held and you see all the pods out front, that's when his whole demeanor changes. He thinks of himself as a monster or more than a monster, and you literally see a whole character switch on it. Cloud, on the other hand, is worried about Sephiroth, and when they make it back, Sephiroth doesn't really interact with anybody anymore because they do know that's such a hit. But jokes aside, the way that they showed and portrayed Sephiroth's change in character is really unique, especially once you get to the mansion. You can see Sephiroth basically go into the spiral of insanity, and logs, I guess that's what you call them. He starts to transform into the villain that we all know and love, basically, for FF7 Rebirth. And it's the greatest way I think they could have ever portrayed this version of Final Fantasy VII. Because of course you have the anime. I think it's an anime. Don't quote me on that. I believe it's an anime or an anime movie. I've been told there's another one with that, but for me personally, this is the best way. That's it. It's a Cloud story after the Shinra. Oh well, let's start from the Shinra reactor. He's overexcited to be working with Sephiroth. This is his first mission as a Class 1 soldier. So he's hyped, he's ready to go. Of course, he trips and falls here and there. Not literally, but metaphorically. And as the story progresses, as they continue from Nibelheim to the Shinra reactor, you see that their bond begins to get closer and closer. Now, like I said, you can see Sephiroth's change, and Cloud is recognizing that. And when Sephiroth goes to the Shinra mansion, Cloud is like, yo, what the heck, man? We're supposed to be a team, we're supposed to be working together to figure out how we're going to solve this issue with the Shinra reactor. So, as Cloud is getting more worried, he goes to Shinra Manor, goes down, as the elevator goes down, he is like, yo, where's Sephiroth? Keeps going deeper, finds him in the archive, reading. Sephiroth and Cloud have an interaction, and Cloud is able to tell by the interaction, like, yo, there's something going on here. Because Sephiroth is acting a little crazy, you know? So, Cloud gets worried. They have an altercation. Let's say altercation. Cloud gets knocked out. Wakes up and gets out of Shinra Manor to find his whole town up in damn flames. This man is like, what the hell is going on? So, now Cloud has to go and investigate. And as he continues to investigate, he sees that Sephiroth has basically gone on a rampage. He's killing all of the civilians, and that Sephiroth basically sees himself as the owner of the planet, that he must kill anybody who will get in his way of getting what he wants, basically. And Cloud is like, yo, I'm worried about my mom. First and foremost, I'm worried about my mom. And this is when you get to see that his memory is not really what it is. Because you can see, like how in Remake Beats, how we go into flashbacks, you basically see a big glitch, basically, once he gets to his mother's house. But even then, they show you how far down Sephiroth has come from being the hero everybody knows and loves to being the villain that our characters hate with all their hearts. Because Cloud sees Sephiroth basically murder the whole village. He sees him murder the mayor, he sees him murder all the, I would say basically like the monster control. And it's like, yo, what the fuck, Sephiroth? Why the hell are you doing this? And towards the very end, you as the character feel for Cloud and why he is partaking in the mission that he plans to go and defeat Sephiroth. And you also feel like, what's the word I'm looking for? You feel like a sad, tragic feeling in his gut. See Sephiroth go from the top tier hero to the villain. And you're just like, yo, I like you, but now you've done some fucked up shit. Now I hate you. So storyline and everything was really good. I loved it, from beginning to end, and characters are done really